There's a lot of condensation on those windows on the outside. The AC in here is set to 25 degrees. I did actually shine my infrared thermometer at those windows earlier and it said they were at 22, so I think maybe because the AC is up high, its thermostat says yeah it's 25 up here, but it's 22 down lower. But those are double glazed windows, so they're not insulating quite that well, but I'm guessing that the dew point is probably about 25 out there. You can hear the rain coming down currently. Maybe a late start to construction this morning. Oh, so we start episode 3. There was a deluge of rain this morning, which is not unusual, and that's cleared up. They're hard at work, and there's more steel work being created. Now normally I come down and stand about there, but under consideration, I think that's probably not quite so smart, because if we look up at that tree, there's a hell of a load of coconuts, and if I stand there long enough, one of those is bound to come down on me. So I'm going to stand back a bit further now. Well, there we go. Looks like they got all the base walls done, and there's a bit more work going on just here for a bit of a channel for this water that comes around here, because there's going to be a concrete road across there. But you can see the ring beams starting to go in on top of that foundation. So what have we got? We've got 8 compartments, which would be what, 4 metres by 3 metres each. Well, it's a few hours later, and starting to see a few verticals go up as well, the corners. So 2 in close proximity there, that's interesting. I don't know what that's about. And 2 there. Maybe that's the doorway. But there's a strip coming out the front here, which I'm guessing would be my idea of maybe there will be a porch, because the description of the building itself is 12 metres across, 8 metres deep. So starting to get some form work over there for the ring beams. Well, lots more harder physical labour to go here yet. And we have thunder, so there may be more rain yet today. We have management meeting. Oh, goodbye.
Halo, selamat siang. Nyelok apa cing? Orang sini nyelok atur betul baiknya. Woi, mendira. Mari kita. Woi, nyelok kabean. Arep mandi tipe ora, apa mandi tipe? Selamat.
Still work still going on, making the reinforcement boxes. So there's a lot more of those there. One more vertical and a big box. And a lot of steel. So we've got the, what's it, verticals at most intersections in there by the look of it. There's one, appears there's not one in the middle. That would be about the only one. So there's 3 along the side, 3 along the first internal foundation, 1 at each end of the second internal foundation, 3 along the next internal foundation, and 3 along the end wall. So, okay. I don't know, obviously. Lots of bags of cement still being used. So you would do the Indian runner ducks? Hello. That's Sarah, my granddaughter.
Dadah Bikis, Bikis dadah, dadah.
Another update in a few more hours, maybe. Okay, we've reached the end of the workday, and we have a new canal being constructed. Join up to another rock work up there, and there's lots of formwork going up for the various ring beams. Interesting to see tomorrow what happens. So they've dug quite a bit of soil out of the various compartments. Presumably that's going to be filled with rock and then cement. Might have been easier to put the rock in before they did the ring beams, but well, there you go. But I'm just guessing again. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Yeah, here we are the next day. Construction of their reinforcement strips continues. Well, this one seems small in some ways, but as you can gather, it's a fairly noisy place here. We have the Rooster Brothers, who are a pretty noisy bunch. We have birds in cages that are pretty noisy fellas. And then we have birds that are not in cages, which are also very noisy. And then there's children. So, yeah, very noisy place back home. Morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Well, let's go down the end and see state of play. So they've started putting concrete in the forms by the look of it. I'm still trying to figure out what goes where, but that will all become evident in time, I guess. That's current state of play. I'll come back in a couple of hours and see if it looks different. Oh, it's lunch break. I think they've got all of those forms filled now with concrete. So I wonder what's next while that sets. I'll come back later today and find out. I do see they've started doing a bit more work on the canal here. A bit more rock here for that. Two or 3 weeks, he says. I don't know, maybe. We shall see. I think the rocket pile out there is slightly smaller. But, yep. Work is on pause for lunch. I'll come back later and see what it's like at the end of the day. Okay, so this is the final update for today. What I seem to have done most of is working on this canal. But there's obviously going to be a ring beam across the front of the porch here too. So and that's got a vertical in the middle. Still learn as we go here. I don't actually know if there's a plan written down anywhere, or whether they do it from experience as they go. They could benefit from a bit more quantity surveying because more cement has been bought several times, more rock has been bought. But sometimes it's a matter of adjusting to circumstances as you recognise them. It's been called a porch, I guess it's also could be referred to as a veranda. Depends what the roof does, I guess. We're talking. Well, I'm looking northwest from where I'm standing, so the far side of this structure is the north side on that direction, and west side in that direction. So there's going to be a gable roof running east-west, presumably over that centre line. How far that roof will extend out this way, I don't know. But these are all things that I will learn as we go. But yeah, I'll come back and have a look tomorrow morning and see what the status is. Well, I've been slightly delayed to the start of work today. There was actually supposed to be other stuff going on this morning, or today. We're kind of glad it's not happening at the moment, because things are a bit wet. Oh well, more later. Well, a couple of hours later, it's still raining a little bit, but they made it hard at work. So now the rock is actually coming from the front. It's the construction of this canal wall. And for the road that's going to go through here. That's quite an extensive wall they're building there. When you hear Abatua, that's basically grandfather. That's me. Ah, okay, so now he's removing the formwork, or testing to see whether he can remove the formwork. And where I'm standing is where those wheelbarrows are going to want to come, so I'd best move. I'll report back again later. There's a new delivery. Wonder what this is all about. It's all part of learning what's happening as it happens. I'll go closer and have another look. Kind of looks like that canal wall is going all the way down the back and then across. Not sure I can get cut closer safely. I shall give it a try. It's a new day, and we have window frames turning up, and presumably door frames too. The canal is continuing. Looks pretty substantial. There's formwork coming off more of the ring beams. We're coming on a window. Got solid blocking frames. Across the other side of this puddle. So looks like the same sort of canal wall is being made across the back over there, in the westerly direction. Well, I guess I better wrap up this episode because I need to edit this down to something a bit more watchable. Let me door. And get it uploaded. The next one's going to be a little bit different, I hope. Okay, I'll wrap this up.